Welcome everyone to Mets baseball recap for April 20. I know it's 420, and I don't know what's going on with the Mets. Maybe no, it wasn't. It's just definitely not that. We gotta start with a big down because the Mets lost, and because they lost, it gets an easy down right away. Um, the Mets have been bad. Offensively, they've been bad. They've been winning, but they've been bad offensively, and today um, was a good day just to understand how bad their offense is. Um, but we're going to start things off with the Mets defense because the defense really did them in. Davis had two errors in this game. Some people could say Alonso could have saved them in that first error. Maybe, could have, should have, maybe. It's hard to say. Now, it was cold, so it's very possible that the cold weather was affecting everyone. I definitely think, which is going to be the next down, Walker was affected by the cold weather. He's not going to admit it, but he didn't have command. He ended up giving up a bunch of runs, 3 runs in total. Um, no. I also got to give another down, though, because the Mets at one point went to replay early in this game on a play that, it was close. I will say it was a very close tag at second, a stolen base. Originally, I thought it was out. Replay shows it was safe. It was too close. I didn't think they should have challenged it, and boy, oh boy, did that come back. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think it came back to haunt them, but it's something they could have done easy to for another play later in the game. They didn't have a replay, and because of that, Davis got a second error. So I'll get to that one in a bit. There is a positive. We always got to look for the positive in negative situations. And that's Davis hits his first home run of the season. Gave the Mets their only run of the game. So we got to give a positive there. But then Davis had an error, so we're going to give him an error there. He threw the ball and pulled Alonso out of the base. If the Mets had their replay, they could have overturned this because the runner never touched first. Alonso did touch it afterwards, but unfortunately, there was no replay because the Mets used their replay early on the play that was too close to use. I didn't think it was meaningful. Actually, the runner scored, so it was meaningful. But, I think that delay also did not help Walker. No, because they gave a base hit the very next batter. And, so it is what it is. I'll give a plus to Luis Diaz getting thrown out. To be fair though, Conforto, he took a strike 3 that was a strike. He was mad, and they were saying the umpire strike zone was all over the place. It was consistent throughout the majority of the game. At times it was a little expanded, but I didn't think he had a bad balls and strikes being called. But it is what it is. So like I said, thoughts on this though? I think the Mets offense right now is in a place where some of them are being too aggressive and not being patient enough. For example, I felt Dominic Smith came up after 2 walks, and he took two balls, and then grounded. Did he ground it? I think he hit the ball and he got made an out. And I felt like he just walked 2 people, and he's been a little wild. He gave you 2 balls. Don't swing just because it's a strike. You don't have a strike. You don't have to do a defensive swing. Wait for a fastball. If it's a pitch you can hit, sure, but maybe be a little more patient. Then at times the Mets are a little too aggressive. Case in point, Lindor at the very end of the game, bases are loaded, swings at the first pitch, grounds out. You need to be a little more patient, especially with the closer out there. He was actually hittable, but if you're gonna swing at bad pitches, you're gonna do bad results. So the Mets offense, like I said, I think they're all over the place right now. They're not sure what they're doing themselves. I do think Alonso needs a day off. He went into the season with a good mindset, saying that he stopped swinging at fastballs and waiting for breaking balls. And then somehow, some way, he went from the first 2 games that the Mets actually played, from doing that to then reversing to a different course of action. And now he's chasing all these off-speed pitches. He looks terrible. And the same thing goes for the Mets. I don't know if their batting coach, hitting coach is seeing this. I hope he is. But listen, we're not going to win every game. No. And it is what it is. Hopefully they'll bounce back tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. Well, guys, have a good night. It is 11:19 at my recording this time, so it's time for me to get some sleep. I'll be back for more Mets baseball recap tomorrow night when the Mets take on the Chicago Cubs once again in Game 2 of that series. Until then, remember to like this video, leave a comment, let me know if you agree with what my comments on their offense. The bullpen. Oh wait, you know what? Before I close this out, I'll give a positive. The bullpen did a good job tonight. Everyone that came in pitched wonderful. So can't argue with that one. So gotta look at the positive. That's the motivation. That's the lesson of today. Look at the positives into the negatives. Even though there's a lot of negatives. More negatives than positives. But like I said, it's always tomorrow. And hopefully the Mets will come back and be strong, and maybe they'll start hitting the ball. So I think once they start hitting, this team is going to be insane because the pitching is there. The bullpen has actually been doing a good job. So all we need is our bats. If they wake up and swing those bats the way we are expecting them to, we'll be a fantastic team. Well, guys, remember, like this video, leave a comment, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.